right, we rolling. Hello, everybody. It is almost 1 p.m. and I'm here with Jacob today, who is sick, who's going to be wearing a mask, and I will later on be wearing a mask around him, probably also like in the car ride. But we're back today because I don't know what the order will be that I will post the videos, but we are going on a big trip. Our longest trip, our farthest away trip. We're going to Australia. We're going on a cruise through Norwegian. It goes from Australia to New Zealand, but we have a very long day of flights. And then technically we also miss a day because technically we're flying out of the 29th and we're arriving on the 2nd. So technically the 1st doesn't exist because of time difference, and then, yeah. But anyway, we're very excited. We have like a 15-hour flight we're going from Portland to Philly, which Portland's our local airport, and then Philly to Dallas, and then Dallas to Auckland. Auckland is special because then to travel hack it and make the flight cheaper, we have to leave, go get our bags as if we're leaving in New Zealand, and then recheck in for a later flight. But we have 6-7 hours at that airport just in case we're late, just in case something happens in terms of grabbing our bags or whatever this case may be. And then we have another 3.5 hour, 4-hour flight from Auckland to Sydney, but we purchased extra legroom. So, on that very last one. Only on the last one because it was the cheapest. But I figured if you're going to splurge, that's the one to splurge on. But, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. Not looking forward to the flights, but...
He has a head cold. I chose to wear a mask the last 2 weeks at work because everybody has been sick, and he chose not to. And his coworker was sick, and so now he's sick. So now he gets to wear a mask for 2 weeks while he's sick. But that's it. We've got all of our stuff packed over there. Jacob's mom is bringing us to the airport, and we are probably just gonna go throw our bags in the car, and then we will be off. So I don't know what airport we'll see you guys at, if we'll even show you guys. Our layover in Philly is only 50 minutes, which if we were leaving from Boston, I would make sure there was a lot more time, not 50 minutes. However, because it's Portland, it's more likely to be on time. We'll probably get there and then almost immediately, once we get all of our stuff, start boarding again. So I don't know if I'll show you guys there. And then I think once we get to Dallas, it'll be 6:30 p.m. I think there, but technically there's an extra hour because of time change. But I think that's where we'll get dinner because we'll be there for about 3 hours before we board the next one. So that's about it for now. So we'll see you guys in the future. Hello guys. Jacob and I, put your mask up, sir. Don't be getting me sick. I ain't getting sick on this trip. Jacob and I have made it to Auckland. We are waiting. It was 15 hours, okay? It was a long flight. We are waiting for our next flight to Australia, which has now apparently been delayed 2 hours. So I'm trying to keep my patience because there was only flights in the morning that we would have missed anyway that were leaving around the time that we were landing, and the only other flights are later in the afternoon, but we can't go any earlier because then our luggage isn't gonna arrive on time. If you know, you know. So we found this terminal that's not busy at all, and we're sitting in front of this beautiful view. Oh, was there a plane? Yeah, there's a plane there. And we're just relaxing here. Kind of a weird few flights. Somehow we're on time. Everything was on time until we got here, which never happens. I feel oh, we have a fuzzy wuzzy. What? I'm checking to see if there's anyone That's what Jacob sounds like. I have in fact been wearing my mask on the flights. Just I feel so it's easier for me to speak to you guys. But after I'm done speaking to you guys, I'm gonna put it back on. But anyway, we're gonna watch the airport and the people in the airport. Like I said, Portland to Philly was easy super flight, and we literally got off, went to the bathroom, and then got on the next one, which is why we weren't filming. I usually don't have flights where I literally just get off and then get on the next one, so that was kind of a weird foreign. Usually we have to sit there for 2-3 hours, and it's boring. And then Philly to Dallas. I had this woman who clearly was nervous and didn't fly a lot, sitting next to me. She was kept sitting up, looking around the whole flight, and then this poor guy couldn't see. I kept trying to get in the bathroom and couldn't read that it said push. And we were a few rows back, so I wasn't like, and I was in the middle seat, so I wasn't gonna get up and like show this guy how to open the bathroom. This poor man stood there for 2 minutes, and I was like, you guys who are horrible human beings who are sitting right in front of him and watching this guy struggle to open the bathroom, and he just needs to go to the bathroom, but he can't read it. I was not very pleased with the people. And then it gets better. So we had that lady, and then who was fidgety, and then we had the guy who couldn't read. So then we get on the third flight, okay? 15 hours. Had my typical panic attack like halfway through. The usual, whatever. There was this lady behind us that would not stop talking for like 2 hours into the flight. Everyone's dead asleep. Everyone's eaten. We've got more snacks. These ladies were still talking and like weren't picking up the social cue of like, everyone is trying to sleep and you will not stop gabbing, okay? And then I kind of hit a wall with like exhaustion. And I couldn't stay up any longer. And then, well, also those seats, surprisingly, were like a little smaller than I felt like the prior plane seats, which wasn't too great. The food wasn't bad. I'm trying to think what else. All of our luggage got checked. That was great. We usually try to like bring our carry-ons, but like when they offer it for free, we love doing that. But anyway, there was the medical emergency. Then 6-7 hours into flight, they're like, we need medical personnel on board if there are any doctors. And so I'm sitting there like, just being an ER nurse. Technically, I still have the training for it, but I looked at Jacob. I was like, it's not my time. It is not my time to be standing up. I said, especially if this person's sick, because going through my head, I'm like, do they have a bug that I could catch on vacation? I wasn't feeling well myself, so I was like, am I gonna puke if I see this person puke? Did they have food poisoning? Did they eat something that everybody else is in a few hours gonna be sick on the plane as well? Those were the things going through my head. But luckily, the girl next to me was like, I'm a cath lab nurse. And then the man next to her was like, I'm a doctor. And I was like, that's great. But they're trying to fix, so this person just, I guess, started vomiting after the stewardess said that. I was like, nah, not me. I can't do anything. I can't put an IV in or anything. So all I can do is really take vital signs, and any nurse can take vital signs, okay? They're like 5 minutes into situating this person who's gotten sick all of a sudden on the flight. This other lady goes to stand up, probably got a little orthostatic hypertension going on, drops. So now we have 2 medical emergencies going on board. And so we're sitting there, Jacob and I are like, where are we going to reroute? The closest place is Bora Bora. We were like, oh, this isn't going to go well. But luckily, they both situated themselves, powered through. Somehow we both did sleep, surprisingly. I'm trying to think what else. There was a lot of people that were sick on that flight. A lot of people that were coughing. I just want to be at our hotel and sleeping so I can get up and go to Tonga Zoo. But we're now stuck here until we'll get to Australia at like 8-something p.m. and then we'll have to order their version of like Uber. He wasn't coughing this bad until I feel like you got on the planes.
What?
I feel like you weren't coughing this bad until you got on the planes.
Well, yeah, because everything started draining.
Yeah, but that's just from the pressurization. So, we're gonna hang out on this terminal for a while and mind our own business, and yeah. See you guys hopefully when we get to Australia. Hopefully it will be tonight, because hopefully, I'm going to Taronga tomorrow. I'm going to Taronga Zoo. We're going to manifest it. We're going to Taronga Zoo tomorrow. And then the next day we get to go on a cruise ship, so. I will show you guys the hotel when we get to the hotel. Yeah, sounds good.